Hi, it's June 25th, 2008. I thought it was time that I made an introduction. My name is Devon Brown. I'm 51 years old, although according to my profile it says I'm 52, so I don't know how that got in there. I've been reading some of the guys' stuff, and one of the things that has been mentioned is a lot of people don't start telling about the transition until they start T, which is that's my case. That's what I did. I didn't start doing that until I started T. However, it has been a lifelong process for me. I knew when I was very young that I was different. I just couldn't put my name on the difference. I was a big tomboy, the kind of tomboy who never outgrows being a tomboy. Hated wearing dresses, but when I was young, in my day, back in the day, we had to wear dresses. Girls had to wear dresses to school, so that was what I wore. My mom loved to curl my hair. I hated it. It also gave me really, really bad headaches. She'd roll my hair up in these curlers that had spikes in it, the old-fashioned ones, and sleep in it overnight so it dries. And by the time 2 hours into nighttime, I would be crying, and I was in so much pain. And my mom would have to come in and take the curlers out, and of course my hair wasn't all the way curled yet, which was fine with me. I hated curled hair. It wasn't until I got, a little older that I was finally able to decide how I wanted my own hair. It was interesting. My grandmother, I live in Maine. I wasn't born in Maine. I was born in Missouri, but I've lived in Maine most of my life. My grandmother on my mother's side was from Missouri, and she would come up and visit, and she'd say to me, "You want to go get our hair cut?" Yeah. So we'd go get our hair cut together, and I'd get really short hair. Hair so short that there was no way my mom could put curlers in it. Although she did try the pin curls, where you wrap it around and put a bobby pin in it. Oh God, that was disgusting. She didn't know. I talked to her one time about ugly ducklings. I said, "Mom, when am I not gonna be ugly anymore?" And she said, "Don't you know the story of the ugly duckling? Grew into a beautiful swan." Only problem was, I never grew into a beautiful swan. I grew into a nice looking duck. And my mom and dad don't know about this yet. I haven't shared it with them yet because I'm afraid of their reaction. I grew up in a very, very religious household. At one point when I was young, my father was a minister. And if I had my choice, if I had the finances, I would be going to school for exactly the same thing. I read somebody's video yesterday, watched somebody's video yesterday, and they were talking about how they had become a Christian, and that their gender wasn't an issue anymore. They were young. They're going to find out, I think, if it was ever an issue to begin with, the issue won't go away. it's been with me all my life. And it's actually what brought me back to a religious life, getting back into the church. That's going off, though. I've been working on my transition all my life. When I was 24, let's go back. When I was 13 years old, I saw a magazine I saw an article in Red Book magazine called "My Daughter, My Son," and for the first time, I saw how I felt in print. But I really didn't know I was a teenager. There wasn't anything I could do about it at the time. When I was 24, I was in the Navy, and I thought about it then. But it was just before I went into the Navy. I thought about it then. I was in love with this woman, and she didn't know if she was gay or straight or what she was. And I thought then about, the transition. But I wanted her to love me for who I was, not because I was male. So I didn't do anything then. I've been in several relationships since then. This relationship I'm in now is 19 years. And I finally came to a point where I have to do something about this. It may end up destroying my relationship. We're working on that. But I've been in therapy for this for 9 months. I set everything up myself, basically. I found myself a therapist that would work with me and work with GID issues. I got a new doctor who was a resident, a newbie, and I told her straight off, I said, "This is what I'm dealing with. How do you feel about it?" And she didn't have a problem. I told her maybe I was pointing at her in a new direction of medicine. I had an endocrinologist that I've been seeing for years because I have what's called a pituitary adenoma on my pituitary gland. And so it needs to be watched, although it's not really doing anything at this time. So I set all these doctors up and got them to contact each other and work together. Searched the internet for material, gave them material. I basically have been teaching them. And then they in turn are doing research and coming back and helping me. I won't be able to finish what I was going to say on this video, but within a few minutes, after I've checked this out, I will make another one to continue my conversation on this. I welcome feedback. I also welcome your ratings. I'm new here, so people are just checking me out, I'm sure. All right. I'll talk to you in a while. Bye.